When a government stops paying its workers, when families can't buy groceries, when airports and hospitals operate on skeleton crews, that's not just a budget problem. It's a system breaking down in real time. We're just getting started, but before we dive in, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a deep dive. This is your media, Decoded. As of this week, the 2025 U.S. government shutdown is entering its second week, and experts are warning it could rival the Great Recession in impact. So how did the world's largest democracy hit pause on itself? And who really benefits when America shuts down? The shutdown began October 1st after a standoff between the White House and Congress over the annual spending bill. 800,000 federal employees have been furloughed. Millions more, contractors, service workers, small business owners, feel the ripple effects. It's not the first time Washington's gridlocked, but this one is different because it's happening in the middle of a slowing economy, a government debt crisis, and an election year. Officially, the shutdown is over spending disputes. Billions requested for border security, ICE expansion, and new tariffs enforcement. But insiders tell Reuters and Politico this fight isn't about money, it's about control. The administration is pushing for a unitary executive model, giving the president sweeping authority over federal agencies. Lawmakers who oppose it call that a constitutional crisis in slow motion. Political scientist Norm Ornstein says, quote, "We're watching governance be replaced by performance, and the people paying the price can't vote to stop it." SNAP benefits, food stamps, are projected to run out by October 20th. That's 42 million Americans, most of them children and seniors, losing the only safety net that keeps food on their tables. The Women, Infants, and Children Program, IWIC, will exhaust its reserves a few days later. In Alabama, local food banks report a 200% increase in calls for help. Veterans' checks could be delayed. Military families are missing paydays. And yet, members of Congress still getting paid. Shutdowns have become a weapon, 22 times since 1980. The pattern is the same. A small group of lawmakers uses the threat of pain to force concessions. In 2013, it was healthcare. In 2018, immigration. In 2025, it's executive power. When President Trump threatened a new wave of China tariffs in the middle of the shutdown, the Dow Jones dropped almost 900 points in a single session, erasing $1.6 trillion in market value. The S&P 500 saw its biggest one-day loss since April. Analysts warn that if this continues through November, the GDP hit could rival early 2008. Under the 1884 Anti-Deficiency Act, the government can't spend money Congress hasn't approved. That means when lawmakers can't agree, agencies legally must stop. Essential workers, air traffic control, border patrol, the military, are forced to work without pay. Every hour the shutdown lasts, tax refunds, student loans, and small business approvals back up. Polls show 63% of Americans blame the federal government as a whole, not just one party. But history tells us shutdowns tend to backfire. The 2018 closure damaged Republican midterm chances. The 2013 one hurt Democrats. Yet here we are again, using Americans' livelihoods as political leverage. Shutdowns don't just stop paychecks, they stop trust. And trust in government, in leadership, in truth itself, is the one thing this country can't afford to lose.